A great way to figure out what your life themes are, what your personal archetypes are, is to look at the characters that you've always gravitated towards in movies, also the music that you've always listened to, because this will really show you a lot about yourself and what your themes are. An example of this is in my own life, I've always gravitated towards empowerment stories, a kind of outcast that rose up into like a powerful state. Or, like, I'll give some examples of movies that I've always loved. Like, I just saw OMD in concert, Pretty in Pink. That was one movie that I loved growing up because it was a story about this artsy girl who was kind of an outcast and that kind of rose up into popularity. The same thing with like Some Kind of Wonderful. Those movies were at the same time and they had the same kind of theme. But like throughout my life, I've always loved these types of movies. I've even gravitated towards male characters. Like Stranger Than Fiction is another really great movie that I love. And it's the story of this kind of like depressed guy who is really just kind of going through the motions of life. And at the end, like awakened to his passion and like becoming more free. Another movie I loved was American Beauty. It was the story of the guy Kevin Spacey played, Lester Burnham, and he was kind of like in a sad life, kind of like unhappy, his relationship, just unhappy in life in general, in midlife, and was like awakening to who he really was and what he really wanted for himself. That was another movie that had that theme. And like music is the same thing. Like, what were the themes of the music that you've always listened to? And that will tell you so much about your life theme and also like just your archetype in this lifetime, what you're playing out, what you're supposed to learn, what you're supposed to do. Think about it.